Okay, good evening all. Let us start our class today. Today, at the request of Maharaj Ji, we will be reciting to the 4th of July. Have you all got it in front of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. I think 4th of July is the American Independence Day, and therefore Swamiji wrote something. Uh, although that is the day of Swamiji's death or resurrection, whichever way you prefer to call it. It took place on the 4th of July 1902. So, on the 4th of July 1898, however, this poem was written. He was traveling with some American disciples in Kashmir, and there is where he wrote this poem. He prepared the following poem to be read aloud at the early breakfast. So, Shubhoshri ma'am, would you like to read out the poem?
Me,
Yeah, of course,
I'm
you.
not very good at it.
It doesn't matter. I'm also not very good at it, but generally, let's get a feel of it.
Okay, I'll try, but I'm not at all good at this.
Okay, go ahead.
Behold the yeah, behold the dark clouds melt away that gathered thick at night and hung so like a gloomy pall above the earth. Before thy magic touch, the world awakes. The birds in chorus sing. The flowers raise their star-like crowns, dew-set, and wave thee welcome fair. The leaves are opening wide in love, their 100,000 lotus-eyes, to welcome thee with all their depth. All hail to thee, thou Lord of light, a welcome new to thee today. O Sun, today thou sheddest liberty. Bethink thee how the world did wait, and search for thee through time and clime. Some gave up home and love of friends, and went in quest of thee, well, sorry, self-banished, through dreary oceans, through primeval forests. Each step a struggle for their life or death. Then came the day when work bore fruit, and worship, love, and sacrifice, fulfilled, accepted, and complete. Then thou, propitious, rose to shed the light of freedom on mankind. Move on, O Lord, on thy resistless path, till thy high noon overspreads the world, till every land reflects thy light, till men and women with uplifted head behold their shackles broken, and know in springing joy their life renewed.
So, it is again a poem which is celebrating liberty, which is celebrating freedom, and it's talking about the dark clouds melting away. That is, the dark days are over, the days of unhappiness, of being in shackles, of being imprisoned in thoughts as well as action. All this is moving away like a gloomy pall above the earth. There was this gloomy, dark thing above the earth, and now the vision is becoming clearer as we move towards freedom, as we have got independence. The birds have started singing again in chorus. Unless you are free, unless you are mentally without any kind of inhibitions, it's very difficult for one to sing. So the flowers, Swamiji is very, very poetical, very, very lyrical, and he's talking about the flowers raising their star-like crowns, crown which is talking talking about the crown, is the crown of freedom. And dew set and wave thee welcome fair. The lakes are also welcoming you with love. Their 100,000 lotus-eyes to welcome thee with all their depth. Whatever is in their depth, everything is welcoming you, O liberty, O independence. Good times. And O sun, today thou sheddest liberty. Sun, instead of shedding light today, it is actually, it feels like it's shedding the light of liberty. And it is warming everybody with the thoughts of liberation, with the thoughts of freedom. Because of this long struggle, some gave up home and love of friends in the fight to the long struggles. Sometimes home was forgotten, sometimes friends were forgotten, and went in quest of these, self-banished. And everybody went in quest. Quest means in search of you. People had gone in search of liberation, had gone in search of freedom, self-banished. So as if I myself, I was banishing myself because I wanted freedom. So I thought I'd go fight for it, look for it. Through dreary oceans, through primeval forests, each step a struggle. Life was a big struggle before I became liberated on the 4th of July, 1898. Each step a struggle for the life or death. Then came the day when all this work that was done, it bore fruit. Patience, patience, and then suddenly you get the result of waiting patiently, of fighting, of forgetting your home, forgetting friends, forgetting known people, all that adversity, whatever you have gone through. Now slowly things were returning to a positive note. Things were becoming better. Worship, love and sacrifice, all this you require. If you love a country, if you love your nation, you love your motherland, then all this is very important. That is worship, love and sacrifice. Fulfilled, accepted and complete. Then thou propitious rose to shed the light of freedom on mankind. Very generously, very benevolently, the light of freedom on mankind was shown. Move on, O Lord, in thy resistless path. There is nobody else to resist you. He is taking the name of the Lord, because without whose help it is very difficult to move even a leaf. So now in that path there were lots of struggles, but today it is resistless and one can move on. Till the high noon o'erspreads the world, till every land reflects thy light. Not only America, but the whole world. He's thinking of the whole world. And everybody has got freedom. Everybody has got this light in their eyes, in their work, whatever, in their vision. Till men and women with uplifted head, each one no more a slave. They have their heads uplifted, doing whatever it is to restore their dignities. Behold their shackles broken as I slaves. No more, as I said, no more are we slaves. Whatever bondage we had, whatever shackles, they've all been broken on the 4th of July. And know in springing joy their life renewed. The old life you have to forget, the one which was in shackles, the one which was not free, which was dependent on someone else. So today, in all that joy, our life has been given a new lease of life. We have got, it has been renewed. So something on these lines, Swamiji, as I've told you often, that any other person can have a different take, a different definition of each sentence, but more or less, I try to tell you what each sentence means, so that when you are reciting, you can understand the thought behind these sentences, behind each para or stanza, and that is the way you can recite. So, good evening, Brishti ma'am.
Good
All right.
evening, everyone. Good evening, ma'am.
Yes.
Good evening, ma'am.
Oh, Shubhashri ma'am is here.
Yeah.
So, if anybody wants to add something, because these are beautiful lines, each word, each line, each thought talks of freedom and how beautiful that freedom is. Freedom comes at a price, and they have paid the price for it, and now they've got the freedom, and they have become, America has become independent, and therefore it's time for celebration. And what a better way than to pour your heart out, um, write a poem in celebration of freedom. So I think we had some other agenda today, some other poem to do, which we will do the next day. It's on Maharaj's request that we are doing this poem today, reciting this poem today.
Okay, who would like to recite? Priya ma'am has very beautifully explained you the lines, you know. So I think so you people can get the feel of the poem and recite it accordingly. Just think about freedom. Think how you feel now that, all of us had been locked up in our houses. So now we can go out. You can feel the sunshine on your face. You can feel the raindrops. So what delight is there? So similarly, if you can equate it with the, what will I say, emotion of getting freedom after so much sacrifice. So please do um, try to recite accordingly. Who will try? I think so. The elder ones, would I think if they try first. Bonini, Bonini, or
Yes, ma'am.
just try, dear.
Okay, ma'am. To the 4th of July. Behold, the dark clouds melt away, that gathered thick at night and hung so like a gloomy pall above the earth. Before thy magic touch, the world awakes. The birds in chorus sing, the flowers raise their star-like crowns, dew set, and wave the welcome fair. The lakes are opening wide in love, their 100,000 lotus-eyes to welcome thee with all their depth. All hail to thee, thou Lord of light, a welcome new to thee today, O Sun, today thou sheddest liberty. Bethink thee how the world did wait and search for thee through time and clime. Some gave up home and love of friends, and went in quest of the self-banished through dreary oceans, through primeval forest, each step a struggle for their life or death. Then came the day when work bore fruit, and worship, love, and sacrifice fulfilled, accepted, and complete. Then thou, propitious, rose to shed the light of freedom on mankind. Move on, O Lord, on thy resistless path, till thy high moon overspreads the world, till every land reflects thy light, till men and women with uplifted head behold their shackles broken and know in springing joy their life renewed.
Bonini, this word is pronounced as pall. The first stanza, behold the
Gloomy
dark
Paul.
cloud, the gloomy pall, not pall, gloomy
Okay, ma'am.
pall. Yes, next who would try?
Ma'am, can I try?
Oh, yes, Rahini, please do.
Okay, ma'am. To the 4th of July, behold the dark clouds melt away that gathered thick at night and hung so like a gloomy pall above the earth. Before thy magic touch the world awakes, the birds in chorus sing, the flowers raise the star-like crowns, you sit and waves thee welcome fair. The lakes are opening wide in love, the 100,000 lotus-eyes to welcome thee with all their depth. All hail to thee, thou Lord of light. A welcome new to thee today. O Sun, today thou sheddest liberty. Bethink thee how the world did wait and search for thee through time and clime. Some gave up hope and love of friends and went in quest of thee self-banished through the weary oceans, through primeval forests, each step a struggle for their life or death. Then came the day when work bore fruit and worship, love, and sacrifice, fulfilled, accepted, and complete. Then thou propitious rose to shed the light of freedom on mankind. Move on, O Lord, on thy resistless path, till thy high noon overspreads the world, till every land reflects thy light, till men and women with uplifted head behold their shackles broken, and know in springing joy their life renewed.
Okay. You need at least 2-3 practices before one can say it's good enough. So who
Yeah.
will বর্ণিনীর হয়ে গেছে শ্রীজাতা?
Yes, ma'am.
Try.
Just try this, Srijata. Let's see how it comes. Uh,
Okay, ma'am.
after every stanza, just give a second pause and then start the next one, because like these are very poignant lines. So like you want the audience to the matter to seep into them. All right, just don't go on rambling. All right, just
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
every stanza a bit, like a second or fraction of a second. Like
There are what 3 stanzas, isn't it? 3টে স্ট্যান্জা আছে। প্রথম স্ট্যান্জাটাই তো অনেকটা বড়, তাই না?
হ্যাঁ ম্যাম, বাট যে we got the picture সেখানে এক একটা স্ট্যান্জা আলাদা করা আছে, so there is 7 stanzas.
like the 4 each.
They are
Okay.
7.
Okay, which Maharaj has given. All right. In the book.
Yes.
All right. So then I'll also mark it here. Acha, start.
To the 4th of July. Behold, the dark clouds melt away, that gathered thick at night and hung so like a gloomy pall above the earth. Before thy magic touch, the world awakes, the birds in chorus sing, the flowers raise their star-like crowns dew set, and wave thee welcome fair. The lakes are opening wide in love, their 100,000 lotus eyes to welcome thee with all their depth. All hail to thee, thou Lord of light, a welcome new to thee today. O Sun, today thou shadest liberty. Bethink thee how the world did wait and search for thee through time and clime. Some gave up home and love of friends and went in quest of thee, self-banished. Through dreary oceans, through primeval forests, each step a struggle for their life or death. Then come the day when work bore fruit, and worship, love, and sacrifice fulfilled, accepted, and complete. Then thou, propitious, rose to shed the light of freedom on mankind. Move on, O Lord, on thy resistless path, till thy high noon o'erspread the world, till every land reflects thy light, till men and women, with uplifted head, behold their shackles broken, and know, in springing joy, their life renewed.
Good. But Srijata, only this part, when you
Yes.
had this stanza, na, all hail to thee, in that stanza, you pronounce, O sun, today thou sheddest, not shadest, your O sun, today thou sheddest liberty. Again, that is old English, means you are shedding, you know, liberty.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
Hmm.
মানে লিবার্টি ঝরছে তোমার থেকে।
হ্যাঁ, means the sun sheds light, but today the sun is shedding liberty. That's what
Achha.
it says. Means there is an air of freedom everywhere, the sunshine, because when you're free, the sunshine seems different. Perhaps the sunlight is more bright and glorious. That's what he means to say. Okay, next. Yeah, Chief. Sujata, Rohini, Bonnie. Nobina?
Yes, ma'am.
Hmm.
To the 4th of July by Swami Vivekananda. Behold, the dark clouds melt away that gathered thick at night and hung so like a gloomy pearl above the earth. Before the magic touch, the world awakes. The birds in chorus sing. The flowers raise their star-like crowns, dew set and wave the welcome fair. The legs are opening wide in love, their 100,000 lotus eyes to welcome thee with all their depth. All hail to thee, thou Lord of light, our welcome new to thee. Today, O Sun, today thou sheddest liberty. Bethink thee how the world did wait and search for thee through time and clime. Some gave up home and love of friends, and went in quest of thee, self-banished, through dreary oceans, through primeval forests, each step a struggle for their life or death. Then came the day when work bore fruit, and worship, love and sacrifice, fulfilled, accepted and complete. Then thou, propitious, rose to shed the light of freedom on mankind. Move on, O Lord, under thy resistless path, till thy high noon overspreads the world, till every land reflects thy light, till men and human, with uplifted head, behold their shackles broken, and know, in springing joy, their life renewed.
Hmm. As Priya ma'am said, we'll need quite a few practices to, quite a few practice sessions to get this actually right. Nomina, this word, this, stanza, if you all hail to thee, pronounce it as hail. All hail, HAIL. All right,
Okay,
because you were pronouncing it sounded like all hell. All right, all hail to thee.
okay,
Means hail means singing praises.
okay.
Okay. Next,
RQ नहीं, I think everybody has had their chance.
नहीं
नो
नहीं
मैम।
Oh,
श्रोमोला
Shramona,
ठीक
but
है
है मैम। বলবো?
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ বল
To the 4th of July. ম্যাম শোনা যাচ্ছে?
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ শোনা যাচ্ছে বল
Behold, the dark clouds melt away that gathered thick at night, hung so like a gloomy pall above the earth. Before thy magic touch, the world awakes. The birds in chorus sing, the flowers raise their star-like crowns, dew set and wave thee welcome fair. The lakes are opening wide in love, their 100,000 lotus-eyes to welcome thee with all their depth. All hail to thee, thou Lord of light, a welcome new to thee today, O Sun, today thou sheddest liberty. Bethink thee how the world did wait and search for thee through time and clime. Some gave up home and love of friends, and went in quest of thee, self-banished, through dreary oceans, through primeval forests, each step a struggle for their life or death. Then came the day when work bore fruit, and worship, love, and sacrifice, fulfilled, accepted, and complete. Then thou, propitious, rose to shed the light of freedom on mankind. Move on, O Lord, on thy resistless path, till thy high noon overspreads the world, till every land reflects thy light, till men and women, with uplifted head, behold their shackles broken, and know in springing joy their life renewed. Sorry.
okay anyone else left all done yes All done? Priya ma'am?
Yes, ma'am, I think.
Yeah, all
Yes.
done, I guess.
All done.
But this time, Shomona also, you also pronounce hail as hell. It's a hail. যেটা আমাদের, there is a this, they have these hymns to the Lord, where they say, hail to thee, hail to the
Hail
Lord.
Hitler.
So hail mane, singing praises. All right. So that is pronounced as hail.
Oh, okay, ma'am.
Not hell. All right. That's it. You will need to have more and more practice to get the feel of the poem, like how sweet freedom is after all the sacrifice. There's this sense about where Swamiji has told about, how people they have sacrificed their, not being with their friends and family. Self-banished means they went in search of freedom. That is, they fought for freedom. All right, and they never got to meet their families also. So, and after that, that when they ultimately got their freedom, that is so much sweet. That's what it is. Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Right. So then, মোটামুটি পোয়েমটা ঠিক লাগলো তোদের সবার, মানে বলতে, রিসাইট করতে ইত্যাদি?
হ্যাঁ, ma'am.
Yes,
Of course,
ma'am.
it's a difficult poem. So, and then whatever poem we had for today, that we can do as per schedule. That we can do next Wednesday.
Yeah, sure. We can do it.
কি ছিল ওটা বর্ণিনী? দাই
Thou blessed dream.
অ্যাসিড ড্রিম, হ্যাঁ ওইটা আমরা নেক্সট ওয়েডনেসডে করে নেব। ঠিক আছে না?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay,
So
ma'am.
there was somebody who had come in once, I don't know if somebody called Ruchika or something. আমি দেখলাম একবারের জন্য এলো তারপর চলে গেল। তো maybe she is a new member or what, I have no idea.
এটার সঙ্গে কে আছে? শ্রীচৈতন্যের যমুনার সঙ্গে কেউ একটা ছিল। I don't know. I couldn't get.
ঠিক আছে, চলো then. All
Okay.
right. Bye bye all.
Okay. Bye.
Good
Good
night.
night.
Good night, ma'am. Bye.
Bye, ma'am. Good night, ma'am.
Good night.